Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been collecting some new makeup goodies and I thought that this would be the perfect time to test them out. So that is what we will be doing today. I got one of the Rare Beauty cream blushes. I got the Natasha Denona Mini Love Palette. I'm so excited for this. I've been wanting to try Natasha Denona for so long and I figured a mini would be the best place to start, but none of the mini palettes up until now really spoke to me until this little guy came. Look at that, so beautiful. I got one of these, the Kaja Gloss Shots. It is a hydrating lip shine, so it really intrigued me. The packaging is also super cute. I love the pink. And I have a new drugstore item. I was at Walmart yesterday and I was just perusing the aisles and I found this Hard Candy 3-in-1 Primer Lotion. It says it enhances skin's appearance. It has cica and hyaluronic acid. I saw the cica and I was like, oh yes, let me try it because I love cica. It's one of my favorite ingredients. I'm going to put a headband on to get my hair out of my way and we will begin. We got a cat and they're so loud. My hair is up and a total mess, but at least it's out of my face. So I am ready to start. I have my eyelids primed with my Milani eye primer and I don't have my eyebrows done because I've been doing them a different way, which I will show you a little bit later. So we're going to take this beautiful palette and I'm gonna start by taking this little mauve color here. It is called R. The names of these shades are so cute. It's You Are My True Love. Ooh. We're gonna start off with that mauve and I'm gonna start putting it in my crease right here. Just very lightly buffing in little circles. Okay, I got both eyes done. I'm gonna dip back into that purple and add a little bit more to this eye. Just buff and blend, very soft. I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller brush, still fluffy because I don't want anything too harsh today. And I'm going to dip into this middle purpley shade here called My. And I'm going to focus this right along my lash line mostly. And then kind of winging it out just a little. And then pulling it into this crease part here. Okay, I'm going to wipe that brush off and dip back into that lighter mauve purple and go over this. I kind of got a little messy on that side, but it's okay. We'll just cover it up with a shimmer anyway. I'm just trying to build a little bit of dimension right now. My redness is acting up right now. It's kind of hot and inflamed feeling. Not fun. Now I want to go into this first shade. It's really intriguing to me. I'm pretty sure this is the one that's called You. It's like this duochrome gold to pink, and I'm gonna first use a wet brush because I've really been into applying my metallics with a wet brush recently rather than my finger. Okay, I'm gonna take it and kind of just run it in the center and then pull it into this corner that I didn't have anything. It goes on pretty sheer, but the more you build it, the more sparkly and dimensional it gets. Ooh, that's really pretty. Ooh. Now we're gonna do this eye. I'm just gonna take the same brush but just use the other side. And I'm going to use the shade True, which is this lightest shade right here. And I'm going to put that on the inner portion and blend it into that first shimmer that we used. These shimmers are really smooth and nice. I don't know if they're revolutionary though. They look like applying them is like, I don't know. I'm gonna go into this last shade called, ooh, where is it? Right there, Love. And I'm gonna kind of put this right in between that first shimmer and the lightest one. Kind of create more of a gradient. And I'm kind of doing a more patting motion. I'm just gonna go over it with that first duochrome that I put down just to blend everything together. Because I didn't really have a plan for this look. I'm winging it. Now I'm feathering that light color in with the darker pinks. One thing is I virtually have no fallout under here. You can see there's like no fallout even with that darker shade that I used. So that's really nice. Moving on to complexion. This is the thing that I'm probably the most excited, super excited about. This primer. So I'm going to put about that much on. It's white and does feel pretty lotiony. You can see the texture. So I'm gonna put it on. Oh, it feels so good applying it, especially to these hot red areas on my cheeks. I'm gonna kind of let it sink in and dry down a little bit, and then we will move on to more complexion. I'm gonna use my Revlon Candid Glow foundation. This is in the shade 120. I haven't used this in a while, but I like it a lot. So I'm gonna dot it around, probably about that much to start, and then we'll see where we land. I'm focusing it on my cheeks because they are super red. So my foundation blended very nice on top of it. Good. Won't be able to tell really first off of first impressions. I don't love first impressions, and actually I have used the blush and the gloss that I just got. I have used them a couple times, so I do have solid thoughts on those. I just got the primer yesterday and I was really excited to use it, so I'll have to update you on a later video. I'm going to put some concealer on, especially on this side. My redness is like really shining through. So we're going to fix that. I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. We're gonna go ahead and go a little bit more heavy on the concealer today. Then I'm going to blend it out. Okay, got that all blended out. I can still see my redness peeking through a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. I don't like the feeling of my makeup being super caked on. Now, this is where I have been doing my new brow trick. I've been taking my brow gel and putting it in right now. And I take it and I just brush them up, comb through them so they stay. This is the, what is this? The Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. And then while I do the rest of my complexion, those will set and then we'll fill them in. Lower lash line, I'm going to take that light mauve and we're just going to run this starting at the outer corner all the way in, and that's pretty much it. Really buffing to make it soft. I'm kind of going for a little bit more of a romantic look. I'm going to try to get this up before Valentine's Day. What is today? Today is Thursday while I'm filming, so fingers crossed, and I think that's good enough. Now on to a bronzer. I'm going to use the Kosas bronzer. This is in the shade Light, and I'm gonna use this brush, more of a fluffy guy. I decided to change my brush. I'm gonna use this large fan brush from ColourPop. It's the F13. I love this guy. And I'm only gonna dip one side of the fan into the bronzer. I'm gonna put some along my hairline a little bit, and the sides of my nose, underneath my nose for a little bit. And the rest of what's on the brush, I'm just gonna run it along my jawline. There's probably not a lot, but. Now for highlight, I'm going to use the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter. I have mine in the shade 201 Daybreak Glimmer. And I'm gonna take it, swirl it on the high point of my cheek. I normally bring it down to here, but since I have some pretty aggravated redness going on right there, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to aggravate that. So we're just going to focus here and then put a little bit on the nose here and up on the tip of the nose, right up here. Not right here, more like a little bit higher than the tip, so it makes the illusion of my nose being more lifted. And the rest on my chin. Okay, now for the fun part, blush. I got the Stay Vulnerable Melting Blush in the shade Nearly Mauve. I just want to take a moment to appreciate this packaging. I love how simple and elegant and beautiful it is. I love the texture of the box. It's so pretty. I love it. And then inside you get this cute little Polly Pocket looking compact. I love it so much. The baby pink is just everything to me. Then you open it up and there it is. Isn't that adorable? And it has a cute tiny little mirror. I don't know if I would ever use this tiny little mirror, but I think it's a nice luxurious touch and I really love it. So I have experimented with this guy. You can apply with your fingers or a sponge. My favorite way is to actually use a brush, and I like a brush that's like in the middle of dense and more loose. So this is my favorite one to use. It's a little domed brush. This is the ColourPop F20 brush. It came in that first brush roll that they launched. I'm pretty sure they still sell it. I don't know, but I've seen a lot of brushes, even at the drugstore like Target and Walmart, that are shaped similar to this. I'm pretty sure Real Techniques has a very similar one. So what I'm going to do is just kind of like swirl the brush in there. Then I'm going to lightly stamp this on both sides in little up and down motions, and then little circles, whatever I'm feeling. So I really like to use a brush most days, but today I'm finding, since I have this angry spot right here, that the pressing motion of the brush is kind of aggravating it and pulling that redness out more, so I'm not going to use the brush anymore. I am going to move to my sponge. I'm kind of blotting the extra off on my hand. I'm focusing it more up in this motion because I am going for a more sweet, romantic vibe today. Normally I take my brush down into this hollow of my cheek, but today I'm going the opposite direction, up. A little bit on the nose. And of course I always take my blush and press around, layering it on top of that bronzer up here and on my chin. So I don't know if you can tell here, but it's kind of splotchy looking right here. That is not the blush. As you can see on this side, it's nice and smooth and it blends out really soft, and it's just very, very, very pretty. Whereas on this side, there's this splotch, like patchy looking spot right here, and that is where it's going from my skin, like my average normal skin, to this angry red spot. So try not to pay too close attention or pay any mind to that spot, because that is not the blush's fault, that is my skin's fault. I'm gonna layer it up one more time because I want to be very blushy today. And I'm gonna flip my sponge around to the side that I use foundation on, and I'm gonna very lightly press around the edge on my jaw, the middle of my forehead, kind of right under my eye to soften any harsh lines I may have. Now it is time for brows. I'm going to use this Rimmel Brow Pro Micro. I know I have said before that I'm not sure how I feel about this, but this is my favorite way to use it. Doing the brow gel first, letting it dry, and then using this. I find it the most easy way. So I'm not going to do my whole brows on camera. I'm just going to kind of show you what I do, and then we'll skip past it because it takes me forever. So going to start by filling in with little strokes where I have sparseness. So this brow is pretty sparse, so I use the most, and I just go the direction where my brows dried. And then I kind of like to deepen up this front portion a little bit and add some right in that little hollow. One brow done, now I'm going to do the other brow. Oh, I got a little cat back there. Yeah, we let the kids get a cat. Well, actually, we found a stray cat, and nobody came around and claimed her, so we kept her because the kids begged, and she turned out to be pregnant. So then the kids really wanted to keep a kitten. I didn't want to because I am not a cat person, but I just did not want my kids to like look back on their life and be like, Mom, remember, like, you never let us have a cat? So I let them keep 2 cats. And so I think all we have left to do is mascara. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. This is one of my favorites. And I'm just gonna put it on until my lashes don't look so tiny anymore. So, be right back. I am back. Mascara is on. And so let's move to lips. Of course, I am going to use my Milani Color Statement 03 Nude Lip Liner. So I'm going to line my lips, and I'm gonna overdraw the center a little bit, kind of flat on the top and bottom, because I want the center to kind of pull out and look more pouty. So I'm gonna do that. But on the sides, I'm going to follow my natural lip line. Then I'm gonna fill it in, mostly on the sides, kind of like little cherub lips. I got this, this is the Kaja Gloss Shot. I was going to get the Rare Beauty gloss that matched the blush, but I saw this bad boy, and it intrigued me a little bit more. So I got the clear shade, and what really drew me in with this thing, first of all, let's get a little look at this. It's so satisfying to take a clear gloss out. You can see it. that sound of that seal breaking and just like, yeah. Okay, so here is the doe foot. It's a little funky. It's a pretty thick gloss, but it's not goopy. Look how shiny. It is so shiny, and since it is a little bit of a thicker consistency, it lasts a really long time. Here it is so shiny and so beautiful. The box says it is a hydrating lip shine, and I do agree it's very hydrating, but I kind of think that my Tower 28 glosses are more hydrating. The Color Pop Luxe lip oils are more hydrating, and even the Laneige Glowy lip balms are more hydrating. This though, the shine outlasts those because they're more of an oily, balmy product. This is like an actual thicker gloss, but it's not goopy. See, I'll show you. There's no of that weird stringy stuff that happens, which I do really love. There are some hydrating ingredients in this. I'm not an expert label reader, but it has jojoba seed oil and squalane. I've only used it about 3 other times, so I need to use it more to get a better opinion on it. So that is it for this look. It is a more Valentine's Day-y look, and this is typically what I would wear on Valentine's Day. The Natasha Denona palette, I actually really do like it. If you have always wanted to try Natasha Denona, but you don't want to splurge on Natasha Denona for the formula or to try out the formula, I would suggest getting one of these little mini guys. I mean, $25 for just these is a little steep, but I mean, it is a more luxury brand, and if you just wanted to dip your toes in the water, I think this is a really great way to go. I really enjoy the palette. I need to experiment with it more, but my eye look does look super beautiful. It's super ethereal, and the blend of the shimmers is just like so seamless, and they just apply beautifully, and there was no fallout, which I thought was incredible. I'm interested to try this some more, and I might even purchase a bigger palette. I don't know, we'll see. Rare Beauty blush. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've been using it every single day that I put on makeup, and I've had this for about a week. Only 3 days, but I really like it. And the packaging is cute, and it's just, everything is cute and darling about it. I really love the color. I don't know if it's super mauve-y. I mean, it could be more mauve-y, but the title is nearly mauve, so I guess it is nearly mauve. This primer, I like it initially, but with things like this, it takes me a little bit of time to gauge whether I love it or not, or if it will break me out. I don't think it will. It does have fragrance in it, but it's kind of low down on the ingredients list, so I don't think it'll bother me too much. The little description up here says it is an infused with cica, hyaluronic acid, and shea butter. Has unique creamy texture, brings out skin's best appearance, helps even out skin tone, moisturize, and hydrate. And it has a dewy finish. When I first applied it, I don't think my skin looked dewy at all. Since it does claim to be a hydrating product, maybe they're meaning that over time, throughout the span of the day, your skin will get more and more dewy from the ingredients in this. Maybe that's what they mean. I'll have to see, because my skin looks pretty satiny, soft matte-ish right now. The gloss, super glossy, super juicy, really love it. Under $20. If you like it, I say go for it and buy it, because it does make your lips super shiny, and it lasts hours. I've put this on before, and I've done like house chores and like hardcore vacuuming to the point where I was sweating, and that took about like 3 hours, and I looked in the mirror and it was still not this level of shiny, but it was still pretty shiny, so I was super impressed. Enough rambling for me. Don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you stick around. Bye! Mwah. I got the, why am I out of breath? Okay, so hair is up. I have my eyebrows primed with my eyebrows primed. I'm just gonna kind of hair. 3 lip liner. So this creates my sweet. This finishes up my.